Hi everybody, I greet you this special Sunday. Okay, yeah, let's go straight right into the topic. Today, Sunday, if you like, say Igboho. Today is Sunday. uh I want us to be guided as to what it means to fight a war and what it means to have victory. If you check the title, I can't remember how I titled it. Those of you who are watching the live stream can tell. But I think there should be the word victory in the title I put today. And then I must also have the phrase innocent casualties. There's a reason. There's a reason. Victory means the purpose for which we are going into a war must, God bless you, roadmap to victory without innocent casualties. We must have victory in whatever we do. We have been fighting war. The only reason we are saying yes is because we have never had victory. Let's stop fighting the wrong causes so that we can have victory over the main issue. If we had victory, we will not be here. And not to repeat the same mistake in history, we must identify who the real enemy is or who the real enemies are. Not innocent casualties. Otherwise, we'll be back here 50 years after. The Bible that Shebin and Dubai still leave us now. Other countries that are just gaining independence even as far as just tomorrow will go past us by then. Okay? What do I mean? We must have victory. And let us define the war. Let us define the strategy. Let us define the enemies. Let us define what we are doing so that we can be guided. It's very important. I've been saying this for the past 3 days. Sunday Igboho is a response, a timely response. Yeah, happy Sunday Igboho to you, bro Nelson. Sunday Igboho is a timely response to the failure of government at this time. Just as Showore was a response to the failure as of 2019, Nnamdi Kanu was a response as of the time he was also failing as far back as of when he started Radio Biafra. There have been many responses to in the past, but we have still not won the war. Let me quickly remind you that Colonel Ojukwu died, was it 2011? Something about 40 something years, 44 years or so after the Civil War. That means he did not die with the war. Yes, scores, millions died in that war. There were innocent casualties in their millions. Gowon did not die. Ojukwu did not die. But we are still here clamoring for the same thing. Now, if we start this, and we say the Fulanis are our enemies or are the problems, if you say Fulanis from the J, Chad, and other places, yeah, I understand, chase them back. That is the answer to that one. But that we must begin to see that the North is our problem, will ethnicize our issue. And they will politicize it too. They like it that we are Hey, let me give you a top secret. They like it that we are ethnicizing our fight. They like it because it is to their gain. Let me tell you what will happen. I'm not trying to demonize any hero. I'm not trying to demonize any hero. I'm not trying to say Colonel Ojukwu was not the hero. Yeah, he gave us some consciousness as per, and he gave us some lessons to after. I know what I'm talking about. I don't want to go into that because a lot of people who are emotional for no reason will take it out of proportion and unnecessarily become sentimental. So I don't want to go into deep. But he gave us lessons after the war. We don't want to start having lessons after war again. We don't want to have lessons after. Let us guide ourselves so that the war will be won now, once and for all, if we are truly going into war. Let us assume we now go into war. And we have given people the impression that the people we are fighting are the North. They are our problem in this country. Do you know that Dangote will not die in that war? Tinubu will not die in that war. Ooni will not die in that war. Buhari will not die in that war. Who else? Adenuga will not die in that war. Otedola will not die in that war. Mention all of them across tribes. Will not, no, maybe no governor will even die in that war. Yet there will be millions of corpses littering our roads and streets. People will die in their millions. Then who are they? Innocent casualties. And let me shock you. The moment the war starts now, and you have given people the impression that their enemy is a particular tribe, and those ones are also fighting. Yes, Obasanjo will not die in that war. Mention them. They will not die. The Meji Bankole will not die in that war. I'm not afraid. I'm only telling you, stop having innocent casualties without winning the war itself. The war is not the people that die. The war is the problem solves. You will not solve the problem. You only end up killing innocent people, and that's what I mean by innocent casualties of the war, without really solving the problem. Now, let me tell you, I don't want to say everything on air, but I gave instances before that, did you know that the Meji Bankole married governor of Benue State, daughter of Benue State government, or governor? Ajimobi's son wedded daughter of Ganduje. Tinubu, let me tell you, if the war starts today, let me tell you what will happen. Pastor Adeboye will not be at the redemption camp. If you shut down the airspace and close the borders so that nobody can even fly out of the, or escape from the country, nobody can leave the country. And let us now assume that all this, your Tinubu, Otedola, and everybody is stranded in Nigeria. Guess what they will do? Adeboye will not be at redemption camp. Guess where he will be? Within Nigeria. He will be harbored by a Babalawo in Nigeria. Pastor Adeboye will be protected by a Babalawo till the war ends. He will come back and say, God protected me. Just note what I'm saying, you know. Pastor Adeboye, Oyedepo, and the rest of them will not be in their camps. They will be at Babalawo's shrine throughout the war. Babalawo will protect them throughout. Dangote will not be safe in the north. Dangote will be somewhere in the southwest throughout. He will be with his woman, one of his baby mamas, in the southwest throughout the war. The baby mama in southwest will protect him throughout the war. In southwest, he will not be safe in the north. He will come to southwest. Tinubu will not be in Bodilon till the war will end. Tinubu will be in the north till the war will end. He will not be in the southwest. The north that you think is the problem will be the ones that will protect Tinubu throughout the war. Otedola will not be in southwest throughout the time you are crazy fighting your war. Otedola will also be protected somewhere in the east. or in the north throughout the war. It is the Easterners or the Northern in-laws that will protect them throughout the war. Yet, millions of Hausa, millions of Igbos, millions of Yorubas will die. And who are those ones? None of these people we have mentioned will die. That is why I'm saying let us not ethnicize the problem. It is not an ethnic problem. They are happy that you are giving ethnic dimension to it. They are happy. How did I know? How did I know? I've given you simple instance. I'm not scared to die, all die not die. But I'm saying, have dying solved our problems? People died in 1966, yeah, but Ojukwu, who led the war, did not die. Because you ethnicized it. Gowon did not die, but there were millions of people who died. They were literally marching corpses on the road. Don't ethnicize the problem. Because the poor Yorubas will die. The poor Igbos will die. The poor Hausas will die. Yet, the oppressors will protect themselves. Is it not a class struggle? The oppressors will protect themselves and they will regroup after the war is over. Because the oppressors don't have tribe. It is only people that have religion and tribe. The rich people don't have tribe. They don't have religion. They will protect themselves. So it is good to struggle, but let us be guided. The solution is listen about, don't ethnicize the problem. Somebody says this war is different. Somebody says this war is different. I agree with you. At least you agree it is a war. Okay. You know the beginning, but you must be guided as to the end. At least one thing they have agreed with is that it is a war. Because the moment they pick Sunday go up, that is one new thing the war is waiting for. Let them try to pick Sunday go up. The war will begin. Go and write it down. I'm not interested in trying to impress you. All right? I'm interested in making the point known and letting it be registered. The solution is we must fight, but we must not fight according to ethnic or religion. Don't ethnicize, politicize, or religionize the struggle. Very important. Let's be guided. Is that what we are saying? CUN. Am I saying we should leave Sunday Igboho alone? No. I'm saying there will be attempts. I'm not saying he will be picked. I'm not saying he will be successfully arrested. No. I'm saying an attempt at doing it will trigger the war. Attempts to arrest Sunday Igboho will trigger the war because there is a difference between arresting a Showore and arresting an Igboho. Showore would agree with you to arrest him. Okay? Showore will accept that you arrest him. Igboho will not accept that you arrest him just cheaply. People will go down and it will trigger war. Last time I saw Are Ona Kakanfo and I asked him why has OPC not been actively protesting as before. Do you know what he told me? Do you know what Are Ona Kakanfo told me? He said the reason OPC does not engage as much again in such activities is because if they go out to protest and police confronts them, they are a socio-cultural group that are trained. They will confront the police not with placard. It will result in crisis. And the people have given them bad name. That is why they avoid joining protest again, because you cannot treat OPC members the way you would treat educated literates who are carrying placards. You can't treat OPC members like that. Similarly, you cannot treat a Sunday Igboho the way you would treat a Sowore. You can't. If you try to treat Sunday Igboho the way you treat Sowore, it will result in something different. It can trigger war. And if it triggers the war, we must guide that war. That is exactly why I'm saying what I am saying. Don't ethnicize it. Don't say wherever you see that is an Aboki or an Hausa is the one you want to attack. Don't. Let us not ethnicize the war. You know why? You know why? If you hate racism, you can't hate any tribe. Otherwise, it is hypocrisy. If you hate racism, that, oh, is it my fault that I'm born an African? Why it's hating me? They called you ape. They hate the sight of you. You now bring the impression back home. You hate another ethnic. What is the difference? You cannot hate racism and be indulging in ethnic discrimination and hating people just because you are victimizing an ethnic. Okay, if I was born an Hausa person, for instance, I was born into, okay, for instance, I'm a Yoruba person, and somebody will look at me and say, Ofe Manu. Do you know, I fought this thing while I was at Unilag. I approached a lady and she said, Onigbo. I don't even know what that means, but I remember the way she said, Onigbo. I'm like, I don't know what you mean. Oh. I'm just trying to talk to you. And she was like, are you Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa? I say, I be Yoruba. He said, okay, man, no man. She doesn't even know me yet. But the fact that I'm not in a tribe, she already stereotyped me. Stop ethnicizing problems. We will not solve problems like that. Now, that said, if you now say anybody who you see as far as they are Hausa, because you feel that they are not the same tribe as you, if you ethnicize the war, it will be wrong. You will only be killing oppressed people like yourself, but because they are other tribes, you already victimized them on the basis of tribe, which is not their fault. It's not my fault that I'm born into Yoruba tribe. It's not my fault that I'm born an African. It's not my fault that somebody else is born into the white race. So why should we be ethnicizing our problems? But when the oppressors that we are supposed to be facing, if they survive after the war, you people are drumming, yet millions of people die, then we have failed again. Yeah, we have failed again. Then the solution that you are asking for, those of you are asking, what is the solution? Somebody says, keep talking till they kidnap your mama by Fulani bandits. Sorry, when Evans was kidnapping people, where were you? Soke Okoye, where were you when Evans was kidnapping? Did we therefore say all Igbos are kidnappers? Did we stereotype you, Okoye, because Evans was kidnapping and is an Igbo person? The only problem we have right now is that the miseducation is more in the north, and more they have miseducated people in the north, and they are not coming out enough as yet to defend themselves. Somebody is asking, where is Evans now? Yes, Evans is now arrested because there was a popular outcry against it. Now there is a popular outcry against Fulani bandits too. Let's deal with that unit of problem, insecurity, instead of ethnicizing and saying the entire ethnic is the problem. No. If you had ethnicized Evans' criminality then, Do you know it will affect an innocent Igbo person too? You now want to deal with another innocent Igbo person, and you say because of the activities of Evans, you don't trust another Igbo person. Will it not be wrong? Will it not be wrong? So because we have an irresponsible person in position and he's using his office to back terrorists, that is why we have this problem. They are using their official powers to back terrorists. That is why we have this problem. I'm not saying I insist on one Nigeria, no. I'm not saying I insist on breaking up, no. But I'm saying when we are doing stuff, let's guide it. Let's be careful. So that we don't just have many innocent people wasting their lives. We are wasting many innocent people's lives. And yet we are not dealing with the people who are sponsoring the problem. I'm not saying there must be one Nigeria. I'm not interested. And I'm not afraid to die. No be today. Now today they go out. Now today SSS they shoot at sites. Now today they go face them. Not be today. But I'm saying those of you who are just joining the fray. You are just joining. You are feeling energy. Don't misguide you. Don't misfire your energy. And that's the point. Because we will still not solve the problem at the end of the day. We would have fought a war, we would have wasted lives, but we will still not solve the problem. The problem is not, okay, people are commenting a lot now and they want me to answer them. Somebody wants me to give Lausin a buy. It says, give us candid solution, okay? I want people who want us to. Somebody says my analysis is myopic. Okay, I agree with you. But where are you? Are you on ground? Because most of the people who just talk anyhow are not even here. They have never joined any protest before. Okay, but let me answer the first person who says, what is my solution? I have said it many times already. The solution is do not ethnicize the problem. Don't ethnicize it. Because at the end of the day, you will now have Hausa just see me on the road and say, nah, the Yoruba idiots with this and kill me. Poor man versus poor man. We go kill ourselves. Survival of the fittest, shebi. But the people who created this, who sponsored all these problems at the top, they will protect themselves. Tinubu will be protected by his northern in-laws. Otedola will be protected by his northern in-laws. Your governors will be protected by their northern in-laws. Their northern counterparts will be protected here in the southwest by their southern in-laws. You know. Don't stop telling Korede or Ludiro, what's your name? Stop telling me to stop talking about what I know. Stop telling me to stop talking about what I know. Were you there during the Civil War? I wasn't there. But we are all aware that millions of people died. Yet the progenitors of the war did not die. And it has always been like that. And it still did not solve the problem. And for Igbo, and I'm also for tradition, you know, protect yourself. Protect yourself, because as far as I'm concerned, the government has failed in its duty to protect lives and property. So it becomes the responsibility of individuals. Like I was telling somebody else, I say it's your responsibility to be safe. Don't think about any government. It's your responsibility to be fine, to be safe, to defend yourself. Go ahead and ask a question, Losinibai. It's a responsibility to defend yourself. Yeah, I agree. So I agree with Sunday Igboho defending his land. But when you read comments of people ethnicizing the problem, the North is our problem, we must divide Nigeria because of the North. Divide it is fine. I'm not against it. But in the course of doing this, by saying the north is the problem, you have ethnicized by saying everybody from the north is a potential enemy. So just the same way we have citizenship by birth, you now have enemy by birth. The same problem I have with the narrative in the Bible when they say the Egyptians, okay, I went to church for the first time today since 2 years. And I couldn't stay for long. When you start hearing things like the Egyptians you see today, you shall see no more. Hello. Who is the you in that quote? The Egyptians you see today, you will see no more. The Egyptians are Africans. So who is the you in that context? Are you an Israelite? And you are telling your fellow person that the Egyptian you see today, you shall see no more. Did the Egyptians confront you before? Are Egyptians your enemy? Stop ethnicizing. It's a wrong stereotype to be doing that. The Egyptians you see today, you shall see no more. And they were saying that to cover the Israelites, and you two are using it as if you are an Israelite. So that simply means if I were to be born in Egypt, for instance, like they born me in Egypt now, and I'm here the Egyptian you see today, you shall see no more. And I'm born in Egypt as an Egyptian, so I am an enemy by birth. I don't understand. So if you that you are chatting, you are commenting now, were born in the north, and we now say the north is the problem and war breaks out, are you safe? Are you safe if you now say, oh, the north is our problem, war now starts, and everybody now see and what everybody now sees the north as the problem, and you are a northerner, you start feeling unsafe. The errors of history we must begin to correct. Don't metaphorize that statement for me, because I know the story about Pharaoh not letting the children of Israel. I know the story. It's not a metaphor. Don't tell me it's a metaphor. It's not any metaphor. Concon. So at any rate, God bless you. Pamoja, I say Uncle Shegun, remind them xenophobic attacks in South Africa and Ghana. It's the same thing. Africans are supposed to be the same people. Africans are supposed to be one, confronting their problem, underdevelopment, bad leadership. But all these are symptoms of a failed government. All these things that we are seeing are sheer symptoms of a failed government. The government failed and people are reacting. We will now say, oh, because people are reacting, poor people against poor people. The people you see on the street are the people you'll be attacking now. Is it not so? Will you attack the people you don't see? You will not. So that's it. I think at this point I just need let me take some reasonable comments now, and I'll close. And I'm not saying it to please everybody, because it's not important that you please everybody. It's only important that you tell the truth for who has IQ to understand the point. It's not for everybody to understand. My solution, yeah, we will definitely fight, but the ethnics are not our problem. The oppressors are. The oppressors do not have tribe, and you know them. I don't have to mention name. The man in Bodilon, I will not mention him, but the man in Bodilon will not be in Bodilon when the war starts. He will be in the north, protected by the northerners that you think is the problem. The person in, okay, there was a lady, we were at Bariga one day, and then she said, buy me suya. I think I've told this story before to those who have been following me for long. She said, buy me suya. And I took her to the suya stand. I said, Aboki, give me taste. He cut small and gave me. The lady now said, give me two now. He now cut, he can't say, I go give you before now. He can't cut big one, give the girl. The girl come chop, I can't say, yeah, I know, you say, you did take care of your wife. You did take care of her because she be a woman, Abi. Because this one, I be my wife. Do you know what the girl said? The girl said, no, God forbid. Aboki, shut up, no, they call me your wife again, it's wrong. Bad. Hey, no, they call me your... That was the lady I took to the suya spot, rejecting the Hausa guy, calling her, this one, I be my wife. I then turned, so I say, why don't you like him? Somebody just gave you large portion of suya, more than me. Who wants to pay? I want to pay. He gave me small. You are not the one paying. He gave you big and said, because this one I be my wife. He said, the lady now said, this one Aboki now. Me, God forbid, see, I go marry Aboki. I then smiled. I then asked her one question. I said, if to say, I say, this one like Dangote brother. You say, no, Dangote is different. And I registered, I can't forget that I registered it in my mind. I said, this one a Dangote brother. I said, no, Dangote is different. A lady said Dangote is different, but rejected an Aboki selling suya. If this war starts, those of you who don't know the meaning of metaphor, that is the meaning of metaphor. If the war starts, you will not see Aboki. You will not see Dangote as your problem. You will see the ordinary Aboki on the streets as a problem. The Aboki will not see Tinubu as a problem. He will see you on the street as the problem. It will now be poor people versus poor people. Oppressed people versus oppressed people. So I'm not saying there should be no war. I'm not afraid. When the war starts, I go enter. But we must guide ourselves as to who our problems are before we begin to fight, so that we don't end up killing many people and still not winning the war. Because we'll be back here. We'll be back here. Government failed. Government failed in its responsibility. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. Government failed. So to solve the problem, we must face the government and make sure that we hold their feet to fire. Do your duty. Protect lives and properties. Because if they were doing that, we will not be here now. If the government were to be doing their duty, protecting lives and properties against kidnappers and the rest of them, we will not be here. If the government were not paying ransom and compensating kidnappers, we will not be here. No, we will not be here. But government is not doing that bullshit. They are not doing their duty. They're not. That's why we are here. So instead of us facing that government, we are facing each other's tribe. Abba now. Borrow yourself this thing now. Let us face our government. They are the problem. So, because you cannot confront the problem, you are confronting the ethnics. That means you are weak. Hello? That means you are weak. You are not facing the source of the problem, you are facing the symptoms. Then you are weak. Yeah, you want to fight your fellow Aboki. You want to fight fellow oppressed Aboki. Because the people empowered them and gave them that business, gave them AK-47 alongside, and gave them the orientation to be fighting you if you try to stop them. And I said it yesterday, the meaning of the phrase, where are the cows, is deep, and you don't get it. When I was saying Sunday Igboho should be careful, all of you are attacking me. Yeah, go ahead now. Because I know there are government people here watching too. They are the ones typing the nonsense, trying to tease me so that I can say more that I know. I know more. But I won't say everything. Where are the cows? You think he doesn't have investments there? You think it is only Hausas that have cow business, investment in cow business? Where are the cows? Somebody is protecting something. You think it's about tribe? It's about class of people who invest in a particular business. See, all of you, those of you who are their boys, who are coming on here to be trying to say nonsense, is your problem. And me, I don't pass that level. You know, if you make me say wetin no read because I want to please you, I no dey please anybody. I dey talk the truth. Deal with it. Where are the cows? Go and sit down with that word again and understand it. Go and sit down again. No be only aboki dey do miyetiala business. And I said it. See, when I said Sunday Igboho should be careful, let me tell you something. That day he went out, I'm not saying Sunday Igboho is a cheap person that they will pick easily. No, that's not what I'm saying. He's a strong man. Of course, he will be fine. But I'm sure he knows better. You see, messages meant for Sunday Igboho are discreetly passed to him. The one meant for you, the people fomenting these ethnic troubles, are the ones that I'm saying on here. For you. The day he led that thing, the day he led that march at Igongon and had a crowd, I was talking to them. People were under the same emotion, and the atmosphere contained everybody that we want to banish, strange invaders on our land. Everybody is under that umbrella. So successful. But the moment people in government who were also there that day, by the way, but in Mufti, review that video. They always do it. They will now take the video to the office and start reviewing. Jigan Ray, I will not work along. I will not tell you, okay. Babalari, I will not tell you, okay. Sniper Ray, I will yeah, do your work. They will now go. Start calling them. Jigan. Oriana's video Igboho yẹn wà nbe àbí. Excellency pè mí ní ìsìn wọ́n sọ pé kìpẹ́. These people are PDP and APC members when politics starts. Forget that the climate accommodates everybody for now because everybody wants to banish invaders on their land. Oh yeah, ethnicize it. And let the government say this is our position. They will isolate him. You now start hearing, Baba will not, the man at the center will not be calling them. Oh yeah, you know, Baba, Shenini, oh, okay. But they want business calling you. You start giving them businesses. Withdrawing all of them. I look young to you. Okay? I look young to you. But I have seen a lot. They start withdrawing them one by one. Start giving them contracts, giving them businesses. Most of these people you see rallying around him at this rally are under one political senior or superior or the other in their respective parties. You start calling them back. You start calling them. When you start calling them, say, yeah, we are mobilizing our comrades. Tomorrow is our next protest. They will still be going with you. The moment they start identifying these people around you, they start calling them. They are the people that know them are strong people in their respective communities. Start calling them, giving them business. Check on them, wow. Check on them, wow. They start withdrawing. Ladies and gentlemen, I just gave you little of the political scenario in the context of struggle in Nigeria. I'm not saying Igboho relies on anybody, but I'm saying the crowd you saw, don't be surprised, but okay, are a number of people. Let me keep it here and let me take few comments and close. If you have any specific questions now, please ask. I'll do well to answer sincerely. Okay. Government field, no doubt everybody already knows that, and that's why we are here. However, ethnicizing the issue doesn't solve the problem, because you will end up killing many innocent people. Okay. Okay. Somebody said, what can you say about revelation of Obadiah? Say, I mean, what is the revelation? Which of them? There have been many revelations. I'm not discouraging anybody. I'm preparing their minds. I'm guiding them not to ethnicize the war or the fight. I'm calling people to order not to ethnicize the fight. That's what I'm doing. I'm not discouraging anybody. You can't stop a moving train. It's a moving train. The war will definitely happen. Okay? The fight will definitely happen. Okay? But I'm guiding people not to just waste their energies fighting, innocent casualties or causing innocent casualties. That's what I'm saying. If you truly want to fight, let's face the people who are the problem, not the symptoms. The symptoms will by themselves disappear. I'm not saying it must be war, but I'm saying the moment they try to do what they are planning, because you don't know what they are planning, there will be reactions, and the reactions may trigger war. That's all I'm saying. And if you don't prepare for the worst, it will meet you unprepared. Somebody says, I'm considering relocating to Nigeria from UK. Should I bother with you? Why not? I'm in Nigeria as I speak with you right now. I am in Nigeria. If you want to come to your fatherland, why not? Somebody says, now how do we go about our oppressor? God bless you. Can we begin, therefore, to start facing the government? And I said this to a pastor today, that rather than asking people to be praying that God should fix their road, how about you mobilize all these people to go and station at the front of government office for just 1, 2, 3, 4 days, mobilize other parishes, they join you. By the time the crowd swell and they face the government, don't you think there will be solution? Because we have seen it happen before and there were solutions. By the time all of us say the government is our problem, and we face the government instead of the ethnics, even if it results in war, we are fighting a war that will win and the problem will solve. Not a war battle, not a war that we will think we have won, but the problem has not solved. Because the ethnic is not the problem. Let me take this. Somebody says, you invite someone to your house, all of a sudden the person starts killing your people, telling you, right? You banish the person, simple. You banish the person. Who is the government and in whose interest are they established? The Ray, I don't know what tribe you are from, but I'm sure that there are people in your tribe who enable the government in power today. So there's nothing like Sunday did not, I mean, government did not come to be without any enablement. Our people, your people, my people enabled them. When Jesus Christ wanted to try to end sin in the world, or to change people in the world, God in the past, because I was studying certain history of the Bible today, and I got to find out that, I got to understand all over again, that at a point God destroyed the world. God killed people. God used flood during the time of Noah. At the time when God realized that killing them, destroying Sodom and Gomorrah, using the great flood to wipe off the earth has not really solved the problem. Do you know what God did? Then said, Jesus Christ then said, you know what, let me go and die for people. Jesus came, died for everybody. But guess what? When Jesus came, he wasn't killing people because they were bad, because God was tired of killing people. And the problem still did not solve. He won Sodom and Gomorrah. He won them. He won them. He didn't stop. He tried to destroy. During the time of Noah, he won. And guess what? At the end of the day, he still used the great flood to kill many people. The world continued again. There was a subtle reset. The problem still, the people still sin till today. Jesus then decided to come, but when Jesus came, instead of him to also start destroying people, he was just preaching to them, and many people changed. What am I saying? If you say people are ignorant, if you say abokis don't know what is right, I think those of us who know what is right today did not know what is right because we were killed. We knew what is right because we got educated. Have you educated people to know what is right before you decide that killing them is the answer? You haven't. Jesus came to educate you. If you ask many people here today, most of you bearing Chinedu, Lincoln, Obuki, and most of you are Christians. Bishop Akeli, you are a Christian. Jennifer Morgan, if you ask your religion, you are a Christian. But you were not killed to become a Christian. You were educated. You were educated. You haven't tried educating people. What I'm doing here, for instance, is trying to reorientate people. Educating people will change their orientation. Killing them does not change it. That's the point I'm here to make. It is not an ethnic problem. So you don't see anybody who was killed. You don't see anybody who is born from certain tribe as a problem because they were born in that tribe. It's not their fault that they were born outside or from the north or whatever. The problem is that the government failed. I know many people joined late and are not getting it. And I also know many people joined even from the beginning. Yet, their sentiments will not let them understand the point. I'm not interested. I'm not a brain surgeon. And I'm not here to try to force it in your head. But I'm simply saying that be guided. Be guided. Don't kill innocent people because you want to fight. Let us guide ourselves, identify who the real enemies are, not the fake enemies, not the wrong enemies, not the perceived enemies. I'm not saying we must have one Nigeria. If you want to break it, break it. It's not. I'm not interested. I've never lived in the north. I'm not interested in the north. I'm not interested in the north. I've never lived in the east. I'm not interested in the east. All my life I've lived it in Yoruba land. But I'm saying, what is the point killing innocent people? Because you see other tribes as the problem. Shebi me too, I get backyard where aboki cow dey come. But if you think deeply, you know that some of them, if you talk to them, they understand you. Hey, no carry cow come here. Oga, I know they come your side. I know we dey see them. Fulani, can you see what we are talking about? Look at what Maxwell just said. Fulani are born to kill. If you were born a Fulani person and you are educated outside the country and you came back to the country trying to invest, somebody just sees you and say, I'm a Fulani man. And the person, you are born to kill. How would you feel? I don't have any Fulani friend. I've never met any Fulani person apart from when I was a teenager living in Songo. I used to see some beggars on the street. They look different. They will be white, almost white in color. Their hair is very black and curly, and they were begging. They were beggars. What I know of Fulani are beggars. Then, those of you who live that, so you understand, you remember. We are beggars. I don't have, as a grown man, I don't have any friend as well. I don't even know any Fulani person. Okay? But it's just like I go abroad now. Somebody now looks at me and says, where are you from? I say, from Nigeria. I just say, oh, okay, terrorists. How would you feel? How do you feel when you're traveling and everybody passes freely at the immigration checkpoint and the immigration just stops you because you're a Nigerian? Don't you feel like, what's the problem? Is it because I'm a Nigerian? So where you come from automatically becomes the problem. How do you feel? Let's not have innocent casualties, except you know something I don't know that you have not still said. But just making a blanket claim of Fulani are born to kill, I don't think so. It is the orientation fed in their head. It's not like there was a time, this is the same battle we have been through when Boko Haram was killing people. And they say it is an Islamic jihad to kill for Allah. They say it was Islamic jihad. And I said, sorry, I have Muslim friends. And they don't kill, they live at peace with other people. Where did this Boko Haram got their own orientation from? Where did they see it from? It is orientation, wrong orientation given to them. So are you simply saying that killing all Fulanis, anybody you see that is a Fulani, killing them is the answer? As far as you are born Fulani, automatically you are condemned to death. Is that what we are saying? Somebody said I got stopped at international route because I hold a Nigerian passport. So how do you feel? Just because you are a Nigerian. If you were born a Hausa person, and people are saying this, that because you were born Hausa, you are born to kill, how would you feel? How would you feel? Anyways, there's no need to engage with people of emotions. I only engage with people of reason. If you insult me, I will not answer you because you don't have points. It's only people who don't have points that insult. People who have points to state their points, and we'll look at it together. If it has merit, I will admit. But saying they are born to kill, or their descent, God created them to be killing people, or God created them as terrorists, I will not agree because that's wrong. I will not. Bring the points. If you give me, okay, well, this is the fact, these are the examples, this is the reason, now you are making reason. I don't engage with people of emotions. At any rate, I think I'll leave you to digest this, but think about it. Don't just use your emotions to react for no reason. Just think about it. I'm not saying we should not break. Let us break, fine. But I'm saying, will the problem then solve by killing Hausas? Will the problem then solve? Will oppression then stop? Will stealing your monthly allocation then stop? Will stealing your money and taking it abroad then stop? If it will stop it, I'm for you. But if you think about it very well, you will understand. My problem in Lagos is not Fulani. I live in Lagos. And my problem is not Fulani. You know what our needs are in Lagos. If you say there are sprinkles of problems in the forest and other reserves, I understand. It's a security issue, we can deal with it as a unit problem, a unit of problem, security problem. We deal with that. Anybody, whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo, involved in kidnapping, we arrest you, detain you, jail you, regardless of tribe. Deal with crime as a crime, not the tribe, but the crime. That's the point. Deal with the crime, not the tribe. Have you not seen cultists killing people in Lagos? Police arrest them, and their godfather, Yoruba politician, call police and they release them. You have not seen that before. Where do you live? No, where do you live? Yoruba politician will call the police and the police will free them. Yoruba cultists killing their own fellow men, and Yoruba politician will call them and they will free them. You don't see it. So why are you making it look like it's a tribe problem? It's not a tribe thing. It's a crime thing. Whoever commits crime should be dealt with, not the tribe. That is what we call false generalization in psychology. False generalization means you say somebody and you say, oh, I dated a fair girl, a fair or a dark lady before, and she betrayed me. All fair girls, I don't want to do anything with them. It is false generalization. Not all fair girls are bad. Do your diligence and identify the one that is the problem, then deal with the problem. And I end it there. God bless you all. See you again later. By the way, before I give you Larry Safari to end, there's this video that's caught my interest because I'm also a Pan-Africanist. I saw where they are pouring, I think it's Ogun libation, in trying to make some kind of intervention for Sunday Igboho, and it struck my interest. Some of you must have seen it, but in case you haven't, yes, one Oba in the southwest pouring libation to do intervention for Sunday Igboho. And in case those of you are Christians, Muslims, or whatever, in case you are, I like you to see this and let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see you again.
Duluraye Jari jẹ Jari mu Jari ná Jari lò Òde òkèrè dọ́ọ̀rẹ́ jẹ́ dẹ̀rọ̀ òkèrè mo tún wúyọ̀ ẹ́sì dọ́mù kéṣì ọ̀nìkọ̀ ọ̀dá mi lóhun gbọ́ àbá tí mo ní ọlọ́ ẹ̀ fàyà àwò bá tí mo ní ọlọ́ ẹ̀ fọ́ mo lè ti wúlò ní ẹkọjá ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ kí yàda aṣọ àrà kí yàda mo sẹ́ndẹ̀ ìgbò ní ìgbà wọ́n ayé ìgbòdò ká o mo ti wúlò lè kí a rí o.
Kọ́tí pèrò rẹ̀ kéèrò kẹ́tẹ́ jọ àtọmọ àtọyà àti kéto kékeré náà bá ti ní kẹjá láfíà kéyà di nira kun. Ogo obìnrin yìí àtọmọ àtọyà rẹ̀ kété fámìlì lọ pátápátá. Àbálẹ̀ ìyá lórí.